Hey, what's up, guys? We are now live on our second episode.
So today we're going to talk about the International Women's Day.
Yeah.
It was her topic, so let's dive into it. So why did you pick International Women's Day?
Because it's the current thing going around on social media, so I thought it would be a nice thing to talk about.
So you're from Pakistan,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I am.
Do they celebrate International Women's Day in
No,
Pakistan?
they didn't. I think now they do.
Now they do.
Yes, I think so.
So
Because I saw some of my cousins holding
Yeah.
banners, like Isa and them. They were holding banners out. So I think that's what they was. Like,
So, do you feel like International Women's Day is just another form of the West, Europe, America, kind of implanting their ideals of how women should be onto
It could be
a
taken
very
away.
different canvas, right?
I think it could be taken that way, but some people could just take it to like boost,
Yeah, I mean,
this information out. Like women are also strong and blah blah blah, and the thinking that women should be home with kids, it's backwards. Or if they want to be, that's their choice. And if they don't want to be, they can.
There's a lot.
There's a lot there, but
Yeah.
I think so. Somewhere you're right. They do. It's like a new trend,
Mm-hmm.
It's like a new thing coming up, and like another day to celebrate. It's also a market.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's.
Did I answer your question?
You did, but there's a lot to unpack there.
Well,
right?
of course,
There's
yeah.
a lot to
The
unpack.
conversation has just started.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
What's your take on it?
I'm cynical. I'm very cynical. So I think it's another way of the West telling the East that you have shitty cultures that don't that don't value women, that don't value women in the way that we do, right?
Yeah.
So it's not saying that Eastern cultures or Middle Eastern cultures or African cultures that they don't value women. It's that they don't value them in the same way that
They should be
European and by extension American, right?
Yeah, but also you could see that there's some improvement there.
Yeah.
People, the youth now in Pakistan are like coming up with this, like, okay, we need to do this, these march. Like, they don't need to do it, right? They're going out in public and supporting this idea. So I think it's also creating like idea for them that this, they should have more encouragement and like work or life balance. Like it should be like, like at work, they should be giving the same amount of respect and they deserve, not as a female or not, but as a human. So I think also people are getting that awareness. So that's my take on it.
I agree,
We're
but
about to
at
be
the same
interrupted.
I I agree, but at the same time, like improvement, right? That kind of says like it's different, right? I don't want to say it's necessarily an improvement, right? It's not like the West is improving. And I know people are going to say that, okay, look, if you talk about British colonialism, right? They did bring certain, technologies, certain advantages to the Indian subcontinent,
Right.
or literally to anywhere else that European powers like France and the English, the British, Portuguese, and the Spanish, wherever they went, they brought some form of cultural betterment, right? But I think that's bullshit. But yeah, I mean, okay, all right.
Cynical.
But all right, so let's move away from like the history behind it.
Okay, that's the history part of it.
Actually, did you know that the day of the International Women's Day is actually the start of the Russian Revolution in 1917?
Ooh.
Yeah. So women, right?
Could be connected.
Yeah. So these are the things that I feel like are very, very important, right? Where we don't need like the female Hercules movie that Disney puts out, right? We need to tell people that like at the most crucial moments of history, it's always been women, and it's always been bread, right? The Russian Revolution began March 8th, 1917, when women wanted bread. They were fed up. The French Revolution started that way as well.
I'm learning so much.
Yo, I'm telling you. They don't tell you this stuff.
No, they don't.
They want to make like the female Hercules and then reboot it and then watch.
And
No
all
one
this
watches.
history, like we don't know because
Yeah.
I'm honestly because in Pakistan they don't teach all of this.
Yeah. So all right.
Okay.
Did you do anything for International Women's Day?
I did not. I should have, but I did not. But I think like you celebrate in your own way.
Yeah.
I basically was just with my mom, spending time with her. So I think
Hey,
you know she deserves a little love. Because,
Well, I mean, it's still like fairly recent,
yeah,
right? It's
Yeah.
like 1977. That's when people. That's when the United Nations was like, "Hey, we'll make it International Women's Day,"
Mhm.
and then slowly it caught on in North America and then in Europe, and then our colonial masters are kind of forcing the rest of us to follow.
away from history now.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, right?
That's such a history.
I'm bringing
Like in 1944.
All right. So, where is International Men's Day?
What?
Where is International Men's Day?
That's so true. There should be international.
No, but you know
Men's Day.
what though? It's kind of like fighting back, right?
Yeah.
It's saying that, all right, men have always held the important positions, and things are starting to switch, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not?
It's,
Like,
I mean, it's
if in a household one person's working, why not two people making money? You know, like.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, there are fundamental differences between men and women,
mhm.
but they are equal. And when I say that, I mean it should be based off of merit. Anything that we do
It should be
in our society, right?
Yeah.
It should be
Yeah.
if the best person to lead us happens to be
a female.
a female, then
It
hey,
should be good.
I
Yeah.
think that should be.
And I
the one.
think, and they're
Yeah.
now making a lot of like shows in Pakistan as well because
Yeah.
the army there is now doing that. They're like, you're good enough, and it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. They're actually pushing them forward to do things only men could do at that time. So now they're making a lot of like shows about how these female like they became like commander in chief, and they actually led a whole army. And they were really good at their job. So, it's more like they're making people become more aware of it, I think. So that's also,
Yeah, I mean, like even in the United States,
Mhm.
they didn't allow women into like combat roles, but now they're starting to,
yeah.
right?
I mean,
the physical differences are there, right?
of course.
But I think in certain
But
capacities,
mental difference is also
Right.
there.
yeah. I feel like mentally, women.
What do you
are-
think? Okay, listen.
Yeah.
This is a cool question.
Yeah.
Are females more like powerful mentally, or what do you think? Is a male more powerful mentally? Like, who do you think can keep control of their emotions better? You know how there's a stigma about she's a girl, she's gonna cry about it. Well,
I mean, personally,
Yeah.
I think that women are more
composed.
capable mentally, and I think that.
You're gonna get a lot of points for that.
I mean, listen, we can bench
He's
more
married.
than you. We can bench more than you, but
Oh, hello?
I
Maybe you can mention.
I do feel like women have this innate. I mean, we're painting with like broad brushes here, but like generally, right? Women
Mhm.
tend to be in control of their emotions, right? They've been for a lot of history, right?
Mhm.
They've been at the shorter end of the stick, and I feel like evolutionarily, they're just better at equipping themselves mentally for like shittier situations,
Yep.
right? Whereas men, like
And-
something doesn't go right, and they just start whining.
Breaking up.
I'm guilty of it too. Like I don't have food on the table, and I'm freaking out, man. You know, I'm angry.
I'm
Right?
angry.
Right, and obviously
Yeah.
we're centering
And
ourselves.
I'm sure girls get hangry too, but
Oh, yeah. It's not like they don't get hungry
yeah.
and they get angry.
Yeah, but it
So-
also happens like sometimes
Yeah.
I'll just forget to eat because I'm just too busy. That's another thing. But
Yeah,
I'll just basically I'll feed them first, and I'll be like, oh, now I can sit and relax and eat.
yeah.
So you can hold your, I think, hunger more.
But yeah, I mean, like International Women's Day obviously holds different meanings for different people, or it holds no meaning for some people, and it'll probably come to mean something. But I also feel like all of this comes at the expense, right, of men, right? I don't. You tell me. You tell me if I'm
How?
wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong, right? So
Okay.
it's kind of like. It's like, you know, we've been, or the narrative, right? It's like we've been under the boot of men so long that now, right, we're gonna flip it, and men are a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
But,
I don't
yeah.
know. I can't help but feel that way.
Yeah, but you know, I don't think that's right because.
Or maybe it's not that way.
It's not that. Well, it shouldn't be that way because men are not like they're not necessarily like bad people.
And yeah, so you know, I'm hoping you guys come back. We'll talk about different things. If you have any suggestions about what you want to hear,
Yes,
we're
please
always open to it.
Leave some comments down below and let us know what you want to talk about.
All right.
I hope you're not planning to waste my time. To my surprise,